jam and mine is jam. Yours is peanut butter.
Okay, yeah. So if you say jam, we're gonna.
So what, these are safe words we're having?
These are safe words that we're gonna have just in case if we talk about something that we don't want to talk about each other.
Let's do it. So, no jam so far, right?
No jams. What's wrong with the jam?
I just want to say jam now. You ever say a word so many times and you're like, wait a minute, it sounds like it's from an alien. Like, I don't know. Never mind. Not an alien, just like a...
Hits the blunt. All right. You ready to start?
You guys ready to start?
Yeah.
Parents strongly caution, the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Let's Talk After Dark podcast, where anything goes and nothing's off the table. I'm Benny. With me, as always,
Maverick.
our special guest,
Kaitlin.
Caitlin, do you want to go by Kaitlin or Kat? Or do you want to? Or
yeah, Caitlin's fine.
Caitlin's fine.
All right. So
good.
before we jump into that, follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us on Spotify, Google, Apple, everywhere else podcasts are playing, and watch us on YouTube. And that's it. We're good. Let's start.
Let's start. So we have a special guest today. It's my friend. I call her Kat, but we're calling her Kaitlin here on the show. And you know what I just realized? We've known each other for 4 years now.
It has been 4 years.
2016.
Oh my goodness. Time goes by so quickly. It's crazy.
But the memories. Oh, man.
So where did you guys meet?
I had a clothing store downtown in Springfield. And she came in to buy some attire for her. She's a dancer. She's a pole dancer. Did you do some instruction too? Yeah, you came actually. No, you were getting shoes. That's what you were looking for.
What? Oh yeah.
And I had the spiky heels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. You
It's now a sign shop, but right there on Chestnut Street, right across from the back end part. Yeah. But it was pretty great, and we've been friends ever since. Like she's is more our friendship built up because there was a lot of social injustice. Which isn't funny. 4 years ago, the same shit that's happening now, always around presidential election. I don't know why, but yeah. So I'll write things, and she would like back it up, and we developed a friendship. And I think our friendship really grew when I helped you move.
Yeah.
That was one for the books.
Eventful. Yeah. Very eventful. Do you want to?
Well, so she needed a driver, so it was like, hey, I need somebody to help drive. So I was like, oh, I got you. And we went to the U-Haul. So she rented the U-Haul, and I was driving it. And like the first part, we went to get your stuff, and then it was like a nice day, and then all of a sudden these clouds came out of bumblefuck, and it just started pouring rain. So we're doing that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then we get there, and you live on like the 3rd floor. So it was like 1, 2 to get to a floor. 2. So it was me and her moving all of her stuff because that's sometimes how life is sometimes.
Yeah, but I drove you here. I did my part.
Nah, we did that. She rewarded with some smoke.
Did I? Always. I mean...
Always. I think the funniest part though was when we were moving your stuff and we got the truck stuck.
Yeah, so okay, hang on, one backtrack. There was a baby and her mother like on top of I almost said on top of the roof. Sheesh.
It's like the second floor balcony where you were staying at the time.
Yeah. On the second floor. Am I close enough?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It was on top of the balcony. So like my dad has muscular dystrophy. So
would you mind just explaining that?
Yeah. The disease kind of like attacks your muscles. And over time, you lose your muscle mass, like significantly. And he can't walk anymore. He's actually in his final stages of life. But when he could walk, he he saved the day. It was epic. He darts underneath of the car, he grabs the jack, it's just like
jacks up the truck.
Yeah. Can I say that I'm high right now?
You can say that you're high right now.
Okay.
Listen, Kat, this is her first time. I want to clap because I've asked her to be on the show many times, and she's like, I can't talk.
I'm super nervous.
She's super nervous. But you know what? Real quickly, her dad saved the day. We thought he was going to die because he jacked up this truck. He's up underneath it. He's using his truck to push it. We get out, and we both, with the whole ride back, drop it off the truck. We're not, saying a word. And then, after we dropped off the truck, everything's fine. We look at each other and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we the whole time we were kind of standing there. We're just like, whose fault is this? Is it my fault for helping her? Is it my dad's fault for suggesting it? Is it my fault for asking him to come help?
But this lady was at the
terrifying.
edge of her balcony just screaming at us, too.
Oh yeah, because she was just looking down and peering down with the baby just casually on her hip, what's going on over there? And then just we can laugh about it now, but before it's so comical now. But at first, I thought the baby was gonna die. I thought my dad was getting a truck just fall on top of him. I thought I would have to pay, or you would have to pay. I was like, whose responsibility is this? But yeah, we made it through, and as soon as because what happened was, backtrack, my dad was like, yeah, you can just kind of turn the corner, of the apartment, excuse me, and he ended up, directing us to do that, and he just
got us wedged on the side of the building.
The fucking can I say fuck? I can say
whatever you can say whatever you want.
Okay. But yeah, he directed us to go around the building, and next thing you know, the side of the U-Haul truck gets stuck. The very, very,
we don't know
very
what type of truck
edge.
It was, but yeah, the very edge, the last part.
Yeah, there was a notch on either the truck or the building itself, and it got stuck on there.
That notch, yeah.
Yeah, and then me and Maverick were just like, what's happening? And then after, my dad, he saved the day. And it was hilarious. It's hilarious now.
It's a funny we talk about it all the time because it was one we both looked at it we don't have the money to fix all this shit. What the fuck's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I don't want to call a tow truck to get this thing out. We got to figure this shit out. But yeah. And
then initially you just looked at me, I looked at you, and just completely burst into laughter. So.
Oh man!
So how's the story end? Did you get out? Or?
Oh no, yeah, we got out. Yeah, we got out. No, we got out. Everything was good. Everything was fine. No damage to anything. Well, just no damage to anything. Just a few trees. Just leave it that way. And some souls. But yeah. But you dance a lot.
I do.
You want to talk about why do you love dancing so much?
I do. I shall.
Oh, can we also talk a little bit too about the ins and outs of working at a club?
Yes, I can.
So, which one do you want to start on? You choose. It's your story, your time.
Okay. Should we mention first that I'm on the spectrum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It does take me a little
I didn't want to bring
bit
it up, so I was.
No, we can bring it.
All right.
We can totally bring it up. So I get very, very nervous. Naturally, that's how I have always been. But I've basically kind of said "fuck you" to my own little.
World.
No, doubts and insecurities. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The naysayers.
Yeah. I struggle. I am autistic. I'm undiagnosed autistic, so it does take me more time. I have a processing disorder, so it can take me more time than the average person to kind of get out what I'm trying to say, which has led me. What am I trying to elaborate on? It's led other people to basically have an idea of me that is not 100% accurate. People will kind of think that I'm less intelligent than I am. It's happened throughout my entire life. I'm underestimated, essentially. So one day I was like, and this was before I actually recognized that I was on the spectrum. one day I was like, you know what? Like I've always wanted to be a dancer. Like even as a kid, my mom couldn't afford dance classes. Excuse me. But backtrack. She could for about like a week. I was put in acro. And I think I did like tap for like 3 days. But it was never a consistent thing. Like I would see other dancers and I would see dance shows and I would just be like, oh my goodness, like it would make me cry. I would get so excited about it, you know. But I couldn't do it on a professional level, and I always envied people for that. And now in retrospect, I have kind of took it upon myself to say fuck you, first of all, to my own insecurities and my own mishaps, if you want to call them that. Like I communicate in my own way. I wouldn't say that it's lesser, but to other people, other people perceive it as less.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I like thoughts and ideas. That's actually, I'm writing a book. I'm writing a memoir. You know that. We've talked about this. Thoughts and ideas come to me in such immense, vivid detail that I cannot process it. My brain works so quickly to the point where I can't get it all out, even in my own head. I can't destruct my thoughts quick enough. Like, it truly fascinates me. But as amazing as it is, it's also incredibly overwhelming. I was
going to say, yeah, fascinating at the same time as pissed
off.
Like.
It's, sorry. But yeah, it's a lot. And people will kind of see me, like in the club, for example. They would see me, that's just this beautiful girl, you know, long hair. I used to have long hair. Long curly hair.
Dancing,
just doing my thing. Yeah, doing my thing in the club. And then next moment, they would see me get nervous and just like didn't know how to talk. I couldn't speak. I couldn't get the words out. My eyes would glaze over. Like, you have to excuse my nervousness.
You have a dirt moment. That's pretty much
it. Well, not just a dirt moment. It was kind of like, how do I explain it?
Like just like a
complete, like my brain was like a computer. Yeah, it was like a complete shutdown. Like I can no longer speak.
And everything.
Yeah, like I can't speak anymore. I can't think. I can't grasp ideas. And it happens more than you'd think. Like it happens in basic daily conversation. So it just like.
You can take a break. I'll talk while you get it together and just ask some questions then, if that's okay.
Okay.
So just has dancing though, have you found that as a way to help you express a lot of your thoughts and everything?
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Yeah. I just like, it's hard for me to kind of gather my thoughts quickly.
Got you.
But yeah, I think I need like a minute. Like,
no, that's cool. But we thank you. And for those who are listening and stuff like that, Kate actually came on the show as a really legitly last minute. I know she lives close by the studio, so I hit her up as a friend, and she came through, and I was like, are you sure you can handle everything? Because normally, you know, it's nice to know what she's getting into and everything due to being on the spectrum and everything like that. And she said yes. It sucks though, because the person we had before was really intriguing. They were somebody into the lifestyle and everything like that. So we were gonna talk about that today.
Yeah.
About being, you know, what's it like being in swinging, especially with everything going on with Will's life. What do you feel about that, B? Like Will and Jada. Like, did you
see
watch
that interview?
Oh my god!
Oh, he wanted to cry the whole time.
I think he did want to cry, but a part of me also felt like, okay, so I got two ways. Like I feel it because I see Will Smith.
Yeah.
But Will Smith's an amazing actor, and I wonder, like, what if they set this whole thing up? You know what I mean? But either way, you know, he wanted to ask that question: did you suck his dick? I'm just saying, he had that look on his face the whole time, like he wanted to, you know, especially that entanglement part was like,
yeah, right.
When you
got mad about that. he got mad about that. You can tell he was upset about that part.
I'm so distracted by your glasses. They're
so
cool.
Thank you. Yes,
you're welcome.
My awesome. I keep their like transitions in there with mirror flash. So for here, it seems all cool, like clear. But I know you guys see like the blue flash.
Yeah,
makes me look like a Dexter killer. But what do you think? Do you think B? You think she's? Do you think like what Austin? So what August said was that he even got Will's permission and blessing.
Yeah.
But then from this red table talk right here, it didn't look like he got no blessing.
Well, supposedly they were broken up. That's how I don't think
they were on a break.
Yeah, they were on a break. I don't think he was like, yeah, I'm okay with you fucking my wife. But he couldn't really do anything about it because you saw how like his face, like he looked so depressed, like he's so sad and so depressed. He was like, what? He was
getting jiggy with it. Will knows that Jada got that good. I mean, think about it. Jada had was Pac.
Oh, did you see the meme?
No.
Remember Scary Movie when the girl's getting fucked by the ghost?
Yeah.
He was like, they put
Pac's
face. Put Pac and Jada every night. Oh! And it was the picture of the girl against the wall getting fucked by the ghost.
That is hilarious. But it's funny because there's
like I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but it's still entertaining. I'm just like,
oh, you didn't know? So yeah, so I guess so Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. I guess this guy August. I could never say his last name. He's a R&B singer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Shoot.
I remember. I don't know who that is, but I was just like this.
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah. So I guess they hooked up, and he pretty much he fell in love with that good. And he came out on the Breakfast Club about it, and then it was a big thing because everyone has always suspected Jada and Will to have an open relationship. They never confirmed or denied it, which I don't feel any couple really has to. Mm-hmm. But afterwards, they had a red table talk about it, and the talk is it. It's two couples. It's a couple. You know, this power couple that we watch and we all love having this conversation, and you do see it like B said, like you see Will's heart like breaking every time. But me being a sadistic bastard sometimes, I'm like, yo, he's acting. Will Smith's a good actor. Like they planned this whole thing. Like, you know, like how do you not talk about anything until you sit down in front of a camera and say, yo,
well, I'm pretty sure they've talked about it, just haven't talked about it in front of fucking millions and millions of people, right, basically.
Yeah.
So do you think they were actually swingers? I don't think they were swingers. I think that she was just fucking.
I always thought they were. I always thought they were an open couple, especially after that thing with Mark Anthony and her. You know, she likes them all. If you could sing, Jada wants to sing to you too. So let's grab that microphone. I wish I could sing. Yeah, but do you like? What are you gonna say something?
Okay, like yeah. So I think I can kind of like get back to what I was saying.
All right.
So yeah, it takes me like a bit, especially when I'm nervous. It takes me a little bit to kind of just like figure out what I'm going to say, in literally any context, which has been a struggle, because I have so much up here that I want to relay to other people, and I want to get out, and I want to be known about me, but it just like you get over, or autistic people, not just anyone, but you get kind of over okay, so one of the titles I've been considering for my book, this will make sense, I promise, is the Carousel Chronicles. I have always as a title
Gotcha.
Of the book, I have always been intrigued by spinning and carousels and the what's the word, help me out here. Like,
I'm sorry. It's just all right. You said the Carousel Chronicles, and all I thought, no lie, is I had a squirrel moment. Was like a carousel, but then it has a long pole with a girl spinning at the top of it. You know what I mean? Just like as your book cover. Is that like sorry? This looks a little badass.
Wait, that's a cool
It's a cool idea,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Sorry, like you know.
No, that's
just,
okay.
This is what happened.
Yeah, like that's how my mind works. I mean, that's how many people's minds works. But like, it just it kind of it happens at a level that's so rapid to the point where I struggle greatly to express myself. Whether I'm with a friend, a boyfriend, something like this, I can't recall always what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it'll flow like butter or like jam. We're not saying jam.
We're not saying jam. We have a safe word. She says jam, that means we got stuff away.
I mean, jam doesn't really flow, but it's kind of more like this.
Just
I don't know.
Jam.
Anyway.
Listen, side note, do not use jam for any sexual play. It is a horrible idea.
Is it sticky, icky?
Toothpaste.
Wait,
Don't
what?
use toothpaste.
You use toothpaste?
Wait, why would you use toothpaste?
I don't know. We do dumb shit when we're children.
You have to be extremely high to say, hey, let me go grab the toothpaste real quick.
What did you do with the toothpaste?
Jam.
Speaking of
jam.
I know you say expression, but if you ever do, you can also give your Instagram if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but you did a lot of things from not just pole dancing. You also did photography and new photography, and you're also somebody who's quite familiar with the lifestyle and everything like that too. You used to have were you a sub before?
I don't think, excuse the face. That was not the face I wanted to use. Like, when you say sub,
Subway?
listen, like, yes, I was. I wouldn't say, I don't really know. I wouldn't say in, like, the official context. Like, it wasn't I consider myself a submissive. 1000%. So, no jam included there. But yeah, like, it's been a while, but yeah, like I haven't really been in the lifestyle. I kind of just like navigate in and out. Yeah. Or maybe I don't know. I've performed at sex parties. I've been to
like dancings, right?
Yeah, like totally on the spot. There's a pole there, and I was extremely drunk.
It happens sometimes. It happens.
Got that liquid courage.
Yeah. I remember I had my red heels on, and I like knee-high heels, and I was probably a baby stripper then. I was probably like 2.5 years into it.
When did you start again?
I don't know what year, like 2004, 2013, I think.
2000, yeah, okay, yeah, because
I
remember when we were when we met too. You said you were still just.
Yeah. But yeah, like I got up there and I was drunk.
Oh wait, side note for all those wondering, I have never seen Kat perform. Actually, never seen your dance.
Yeah,
really?
You have. No, have you?
No.
Oh
no!
So you're friends with a stripper, but never seen her.
I've never seen her dance. Yes, and we're also in the lifestyle, and I've never actually bumped into her at any parties or anything either. Even though you were at some events that I just left, like a long time ago, there was a Halloween event at the Art Cinema. And you were there, and I didn't go. We were already gone.
You went there? What?
Because they give you free bags if you're first.
Wait, you went there the same night or? No.
Yes, yeah.
Was that one the pole? Did they have a pole there also?
No, that was the cinema one.
Oh.
I think it was like the theater where you go in and you walk upstairs to the VIP part.
I went to so many.
The one in Connecticut, the one that used to be in Connecticut.
Beautiful memories. So I don't know. But yeah, like I remember there being kind of like a bunch of sex rooms, and there was one couple really getting it on, and just like.
So have you ever been to Leisure Time?
I don't know. I don't know. I was always drunk.
She's like, I don't know. I get prepared because I know I'm gonna talk a lot, or my talk, so I drink and I go.
Yeah. I just like I had gone with someone back then. I won't say who.
You don't have to.
But,
male or female?
Male, but there was a female involved, and there was a mini little threesome involved.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna say a mini person. I was like, bucket list.
I wouldn't. I'm down. No jam.
No jam.
They do got fat ass.
Except for the toothpaste. That's a jam.
No toothpaste.
We gotta get that toothpaste story
off camera though. But I don't know the toothpaste story. I'm surprised.
I was just a very curious teenager. I'll just say Still am.
I'm
Not
still
a curious teenager.
Curious adult. Yeah.
Yes.
Curious adult. We don't.
Curious in childhood, absolutely. But yeah, like, I don't know. Back to chapstick. Back to dancing. Like, I'm very, very nervous naturally. Especially when I'm kind of on the spot and I like have to be performative.
Yeah.
So like in the strip club, that's all you have to do. Like that is the job, you know? So it was kind of
What's the one thing you hated
like,
about the job?
Oh, I can't say that. Like, I can say that, but like it's sad.
Like, so it'll be in your book, and you're not gonna say it here.
Okay. Well, hang on. Let me get to the good part.
Okay, get to the good parts. Talk about the good before you.
I'll do the bad. First,
and then we'll talk about the good.
Yeah.
Like let's make them sad and happy.
Yes. So, the bad parts. Well, it can be very specific to each person. Like for me, the bad parts could be good to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Got you.
The bad parts, men don't understand consent. And when I say men, I do not mean, you know, generally speaking. But the men there at my club just did not understand consent. You would go in with a certain set of boundaries and a certain set of, you know, this is what I want, this is what I expect.
And this is for like lap dances and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. And people just would touch you anyway. So there was a lot of sexual abuse, sexual harassment. This topic is definitely like what's the word? Triggering for me. Yeah, triggering. But like it was really, really hard, you know. It's something that I don't regret doing at all. It's kind of formed me into the woman that I am today, which is fantastic.
That's beautifully said.
Yeah. Thank you.
Applaud that.
Thank you. But yeah, like it was really, 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 really difficult. Not for anyone. Like you would go in and you would get touched. You would be like, don't touch me. Don't do that. I held a girl in the bathroom bawling her eyes out because her mother just killed herself and she was drunk and she was too shit-faced to function, and like just holding her, I'm like, baby, it's gonna be okay. And I didn't know this woman, you know, I didn't know her, but yeah, it was raw. Like these women were fucking raw. Like it, you know, the experience was absolutely something that I will remember for the rest of my entire life. And actually, a lot of it I can't remember. Like a lot of it, like either I was drunk or I just blocked out. To be honest.
Is it true that most performers have to be pretty much like per se intoxicated to kind of enjoy it, because people don't understand that just because you're a sex worker doesn't mean that you're obliged to do everything this person wants?
For them, I don't know. That's probably a person to person like
thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But still, the main thing.
For me, I definitely needed to. Yeah. For me, I couldn't work sober. It was not only like the abuse in it, but just like everything is overwhelming for me. Like everything input wise, I experience all sounds, all like visual input, everything. All of my senses are kind of like for example, if I hear a noise. Right now, as we're talking, it's hard for me to concentrate because I can also hear the fan just as loud. I can hear, like, if we're outside, I can hear all the little details. Like, when I was working in a hotel, I actually could, I spotted a blonde hair on a piece of a toilet paper roll, like, my first day. Just little things like that. Like, I'm very, very, very apt at catching details that other people miss.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I would be in the club and I would everything is that much louder for me. Everything is more intense.
It's already loud as hell in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like I mean,
you gotta go to work with earplugs and shit.
Yeah, like it can be hell for anyone, but it truly was a nightmare for me. But like it's weird. It's such a weird relationship for me because there would be times when I'd be like, I'm fucking Lila. Like, I'm not fucking Lila.
I'm not fucking Lila.
Like,
Fucking Lila.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not tapping her. I am her. Like
I mean, you tap her sometimes, right? I'm gonna assume.
I mean, there was that one woman that one time.
That one woman that one.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was reckless back then. I would like I made out with a 40-year-old woman. It was her husband's birthday, and she just like grabbed my face, and we just like locked lips. Like it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it was fun.
So with you, I just want to go back to the sensory thing. So with your sensory and everything, like, I guess. Does that make sex so much better, or does it make it worse? Like, that's the only thing. You know, like, are you guysing over here? Like, jam.
No, honey, no. Like, one phrase, and I think we might have talked about this before. Water damage.
Water damage.
Goddamn.
Water damage.
Homeboy has to pay that.
Yeah, put down the fucking plastic sheet and shit on the bed.
Yeah, like I had one ex. He actually was like, "Yeah, you really need to invest." Like
a rubber suit for your.
Like, you need to invest in a sheet or some sort of thing for my mattress because we're doing laundry too often. But yeah, like, and I'm very in touch with pun intended. I'm very in touch with my body and my femininity. And
so is math.
Anyway, yeah, we're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
Right. But yeah, like it yes. I do definitely experience everything in high definition. And
that must be crazy because as a guy, we all know guys, we know this, like you not like your penis is so sensitive and you know when the girls they would still want to be like, stop. So I can only imagine you're like legitly that girl trying to scream away.
Oh, no. I don't scream away. I scream towards.
Oh!
We're going towards, baby. We're going in the future.
You're like, you're not leaving.
No!
You are locked in.
Like, this is amazing. Keep going.
Like, I mean, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours is kind of standard for me.
Goddamn.
I mean, with the right partner, it goes by like that.
Yeah.
You're absolutely. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll seem like you'll half an hour. They look at your. How many songs went by?
Right. The music. Yes.
But being so sensitive and then for 4 hours, that's crazy though. Like, damn.
Your neighbors had to know you guys were fucking.
I mean,
because he's fucking yelling on top of her lungs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Honey, the drift's not coming from their kitchen again. God damn it.
Yeah, my neighbors would like that noise.
She said that noise. Sensitivity, remember.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a wet spot when she gets up and leaves on the chair.
A wet spot? Honey, the whole bed was wet. Like,
it'll be worse than when Matty Ice spilled his thing.
That fucker.
Shout out to my boy Matty. Yeah.
We have to go get a fucking carpet cleaner after.
pretty much. I'm bragging now at this
She's like, I'm bragging.
Anyway,
she's like, I'm just, I'm gonna put my gold medals up here to show you what 4 hours, water damage, sensitivity.
Yeah.
And you're still single. Like, I don't.
That might be a jam moment. But
a jam. Okay,
I'll just say this. Like, I have one man that I have my heart, but
aww.
I just, you don't, some things happen sometimes and you don't want to,
So, question.
Jam.
You guys haven't done anything? No?
No. Like, legitimately, this is my home. Like, she's my home. We're like, we'll hang out.
I would have sex with my homegirl. She's cool.
She's like, there was no jam or peanut butter said there, though.
Yeah, they're just there's always that one person that kind of has your heart, whether you're with them or not.
There's always that one person.
Yes, that's who is that? Usher.
Usher.
No. Usher.
Yeah,
Oh, I got it.
Stop trying to play. You know
I'm
all
on
these
a roll
songs.
today.
They start
I
flying
am.
back and like, oh yeah, I was up this high spinning that way to this song.
Yes.
She's like, it's like, yes,
Like,
exactly.
Yes.
But you know,
what do I want?
another thing too is like she'll find any type of pole, test it to make sure it's sturdy, and then start like hanging sideways. She's
It's just random poles that
Yo,
aren't
for
even
real,
actual,
she's
like
just-
dancing poles.
She just loves dancing. It's just,
Yeah, I'm actually really like I miss it so much. I want to very 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 badly, and I don't have a pole. But like when I was hang on, let me like get back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like it's my
I know we jump everywhere, but I know for you it's hard. That's why I'm trying my best. Betty knows I jump everywhere, so I'm really trying. Make sure I don't.
I just like guzzled my water, and now it's all good.
If you need another one, I guess.
You gotta stay hydrated. Could I use another one?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. Should I wait until you get
No,
back? Okay. But yeah, like I just I don't know, dancing so from childhood, like I always saw dance as something that was unattainable to me, completely unattainable. I didn't feel, thank you. Oh, they're so cute. I didn't feel as though I could be a dancer. Like I couldn't touch my toes. I couldn't yeah, like I just it wasn't a capability of mine. Even though I did it nonstop as a kid, not professionally, but like I would be in my room, in my mom's room, and just like, or in my dad's house when I was a child, I would be dancing to, what's it called?
Missy Elliott.
No.
She said no real quickly.
Backstreet Boys?
Yes, as an adult, but Spice Girls. It was like I would perform my own concert.
Oh, so you made yourself into that Spice Girl. What Spice were you?
All of them.
She's
Forever.
like, I was
Like,
Spice Girls forever. What are the ones? If you wanna be my right? That's Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta be my friends.
Wait, so
Like,
I always thought that song
right?
like,
She wanted him to sleep with her friends.
that's what I thought
right?
too. If you want to be my lover, you gotta want to be with my friends. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm down for that.
Sorry.
Go on, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
okay, so like know what I want you to do, or like you have my permission to do. This is kind of the point I'm making. Like, I'm super, super awkward, and I'm owning it, like, super fucking awkward.
But it's okay.
And I'm
I
owning
love
that
you.
shit. Like,
I
thank you.
love your
Like,
awkwardness. Like,
I get nervous, like, I shake, I can't, I'm just like, what am I doing? Because natural movements that come naturally to other people, they don't come naturally to me. Like, how to position my face, and how to hold my body, and which tone, like, it's all kind of like the difference between driving a standard versus an automatic car. Like, for other people, you just know it. Like, you know how to hold yourself, you know how to speak, you know what
Gotcha.
to say. Like, for me, it's all
yeah, put that gear to work. Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Look this person in the eye.
Yeah, so like I wish I could control my nerves.
Nice.
But
Listen,
like,
but that's cool. And we've like I said, some of this is off camera that we've spoke about too. But I've said that to you before. Like, as long as you just continue owning up to you, no one else can stop you. And that's the thing. And that's what I think everybody that I know that knows you, that loves you, is because of that. It's just the fact that you just do you, and you really don't give a fuck. But when she does, folks, don't sleep on her. Just because she seems like awkward, nervous, she will go up and down and let you know like that.
yeah.
Whether it'll be in a long message or or just blurt it out and then no fucks given.
Yeah. Like I'm very, very emotional. I have, and one of the reasons I get so quiet and I can't get my words out, and it frustrates me. And it does make me emotional, but it just like, I can't always get them out in the moment, and then afterwards I look back and I'm like, oh, like I know I have everything that I could have said here. And then there's kind of this like dissonance I experience, cognitive dissonance with myself, because I know what I'm capable of. Like I know,
like you could do it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's
in person and in private, like I'm not shaky. I'm super confident. I can look myself in the eye, like. And in people inside of people, like in context like this, or just context where I have to socialize, it becomes like a complete 180 to how I actually am, you know? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say that it sucks, because that's who I am, and that's what I struggle with. But it's hard. It's definitely hard.
All right.
And when I dance, all that shit goes away. Like, all it melts away. Like, and you have full permission to kind of like post one of my videos on here so y'all can see the difference how I play it pretty well.
Yeah. But, she has some videos out of her dance, and I'll let you guys all know. She's normally not dressed like this. It's normally less, you know,
less clothing,
less clothing, booty shaking, retro rhythm. Mm-hmm. I can't.
Getting wet already?
I was about to say never mind. I was wet. I was wet on. I was wet the whole time, baby. I'm just kidding.
She's like, men, scrumptious. I got flavors in here. Spice cabinet looking good tonight, baby. I love my friend Kat. If you were to say, because I know I want to get this out. This is one thing, and this is why I always want to show it, because the thing is, like, you're showing so many people who are going through the same thing with you. It's okay to be sexual. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to embrace your awkwardness. Mm-hmm. But in your words, right, for whoever's listening to this, what would you tell that, especially like if it's a, you know, young woman, guy, whatever, what would you tell them? What would be your words of motivation to keep pushing forward something they like? I know that was a lot, but yeah. There's
going to be kind of like a time period in your journey of like, fuck you, that, if you know what I'm trying to say, in your process of growth, there's going to be a huge chunk of time where you're just gonna be like, I don't know I don't know if I can do this. There's going to be a lot of doubt. You're going to have a bit of kind of imposter syndrome and just feel like, you know, this, like, there's so many other people doing the same thing that I'm doing, and they're way better than me, so why should I even bother trying, you know? That's going to be like its own little chunk of time, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Got you. So you're gonna have that time period of like,
just do it anyway.
Just like, oh, I don't know, anyway. But just do it because
you can't, like, no matter how scared you are, no matter how broken you feel, no matter how lost you feel, no matter how disoriented you feel, no matter how much you shake, like I am right now.
Good shakes though, right? There's good shakes and there's bad. Like, I know what you mean.
Well, it's like I'm hella nervous and I'm also hungry, so I get like
I know.
But I'll be good. It's okay. But yeah, like no matter what your brain is currently telling you, that's not going to be how you always perceive yourself. Like that's just a phase. Yeah. Like your mom told you when you're into like your old goth phase when you're a kid and stuff. Like it's not a phase for me. I stuck with that, but it's just a phase, you know. Yeah, I could probably go on with that, but
no, but it's just a phase, and push forward and keep and just fucking do it, like you said.
Yeah. You have to take that first step, even if you don't know how you're going. Like for me, I'm getting a pole. I am speaking that into existence. Like It's hard. It's so hard for me to find a job right now. I can't go back to the club. I refuse to go back to the club. And I just can't do it anyway. Like, even if I wanted to, I can't, you know. I can't interact with people in a way that suits them. I can interact with a way.
You can't play the games they want. You just want to be able to go dance, and people respect you too. Like, don't fucking touch them, you creeps. Leave these strippers alone. We love the strippers.
Wait. Unless they
say it's okay, and ask.
Because some of them grab your hand and put it on their butt.
Yeah, well, because that's true. If the stripper does it, you know, and always ask. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking. You're not less than a man if you sit at a strip club and say, "Hey, is it okay if I touch you?" Because some girls like, yeah. Touch me, please. And some girls be like, nah, don't touch me. Just keep on throwing those bills. And you can't be upset. Yeah. You know? Consent.
consent is very, very important.
Extremely.
My brain fluttered away.
Real quick, last question though.
Last question.
Oh. I know I told you it was so much fun. See, you don't even know the time flies.
See, was it that bad?
No, I mean, I wish I could control my nervousness, but like, I feel like I can do this again, kind of. And
you want to? Come on, do it again.
Like, definitely.
Maybe we'll have the poll by the time you.
But yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. I want you, like, feel free to show your viewers, like some of my poll work, just so they can get an idea for not only who I am and
but
what
just
you
to
guys
see
are about,
what
but just to see, like just to see what people are complicated. Just to see, just to see what people can accomplish. Like people. You manifest your own reality with your thoughts, and that's something that I just kind of recently am learning. If you constantly think and say to yourself in your head, and your subconscious listens, like if you're constantly thinking, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I can't do a handstand, I can't get a job, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, I can't find love, I can't love myself, I can't, no matter what it is, big or small, like
just do it.
You not only that, but like go into it with the realization that even if you are like, when there's a will, there's a way. Even if you think that you can't, you just need a mustard seed of faith in order to accomplish your biggest, smallest, whatever dreams. Like, that's all. You don't need a whole rainbow shit ton. Like, you don't need a huge amount of faith to get something done. Like, you just need this teeny tiny little
just do it.
That's enough. And I think a lot of people are operating. I myself am kind of getting out of that phase, if you want to call it, of operating on a level of, oh, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this, or how it's going to commence, or like the fine details. You have an idea and you just begin and then it naturally evolves.
Everything falls in place as long as you just get on the bike and do it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, as long as you just come on the podcast and try it, before you know it, you'll be talking to the world. But with that being said, thank you for being on the show. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming. Do you want to give your Thank you for coming last minute too. Didn't even eat breakfast, my girl.
We didn't have breakfast yet.
Didn't have breakfast yet.
I really want some pancakes.
Did you want to leave your Instagram and everything where people can follow you?
Yeah,
let them know. Just give it.
So yeah, my Instagram is retro rhythm, so retro with a little underscore.
Yeah, we'll put it. It'll pop up under. Yeah. There's a box right there. You don't see it, but in the TV world, it'll pop up right there.
Okay, TV world.
And also on the podcast, we put it in summary. Okay. This guy's amazing.
But yeah, like it's my absolute dream to teach. Like, I am going to manifest that into reality somehow. So if y'all are seeing this, I'm like, oh, I want to learn from her. Like, I'm gonna get my pole and I'm gonna teach all of you. Like, I really, really, really sincerely need to make it happen. And stuff like this just kind of, instills in me that yes, I can, and I hope that it instills in your audience too that yes, I can. Like, even if you don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to commence, you can do the thing.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Lastly, before we say anything, and I'm gonna say this one more time, we have not had any entanglement. There's been no entanglement. Actually, one last funny thing I would say, remember when we were smoking, we were walking down Main Street, and I was on my phone, I wasn't paying attention, I walked to that fucking sign.
Yeah.
She's like, I went to hit her the blunt like this, like boom. And she's like, dude, did you just fucking walk into that sign? I was like,
that was funny.
I definitely did walk into that sign.
I forgot all about that.
I did it because that was like the dirt moment for me. Like, what the fuck? Like, a big ass stop sign right there.
That was, we have some memory. We need to make more memories. Let's make some more memories.
What kind?
Oh.
None of us said jam or peanut butter yet. So.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, you're going to say jam? Just like I was going to say jam?
He stole the word right out of my mouth. Or lack of word. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. No jam.
But all right. Thank you for
Just
coming.
clean up. Aisle 6.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us on Spotify, Google, Apple, everywhere else podcasts are playing. I don't know. Do they play? What
Podcasts are you? Yeah,
or heard? I don't know. Whatever. But anyways, watch us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube right now, subscribe to us. We haven't been asking for that. We should probably ask for that.
Yeah, subscribe to us because we have some good things coming up, guys.
Yep. Next 2 weeks. We got one more episode, and then we got
one more episode.
Then
We got a surprise for you.
All right. So yeah, I'm Benny. With me as always,
Maverick.
Our special guest,
Kaitlin.
And you definitely should come back on. That was fun.
Thank you.
You want to come back on?
Yeah.
She's gonna come back on.
She's gonna come back on, guys. So if you guys have any questions, definitely write. We're gonna come back now. Bang, we're gonna show them.
But all right, peace.
Peace.